Hello, everybody. It's Cedric and CJ here, CR Wrestling Commentary, and today we are joined by Mr. Pony in chat, and texting wise, it'll be Just a Brush, also known as. But we will be reviewing and heckling and everything about AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. And yeah, look, I just want to say this. It's a disclaimer, okay? Everybody likes what they like. If you love this event, I don't begrudge you. If you hated it, I don't begrudge you. If you was hit and miss on matches, I don't begrudge you. It's wrestling. We're talking about it. We all feel the way we feel about it. Just a brush on that event sucked.
I am not making too many comments until the match guides start. Or I have no jokes yet.
Oh. The event was okay. Y'all gonna hate this from me. Some people out there might hate this from me. I felt that this was a how can I say, more expensive version of a television event. Yeah. It all sucked top level. I just want to know how things are gonna go. It's a 4-hour pay-per-view, which I wish they would stop. But it is what it is. All right. So no, we did not watch 0 Hour, because if we did, we would have stopped probably after the second hour and just said, this just isn't for me.
But for a quick rundown, Tom Lawler beats Serpentico. The Mongol Embassy beats Chaos and El Desperado. Athena beats Billy Starks to advance into women's quarterfinals. El Fantasmo beats Stu Grayson. And Los Ingobernables El Japan defeats the United Empire.
You beat Stu? Yeah, which shouldn't have happened. So I'm glad I didn't watch that.
I would have been mad about that.
And Billy Stark shouldn't even been up there in the first place. But it is what it is.
I don't know who she is.
Yep.
I have no.
Well,
speak up.
How
it was shown on
tournament. Let's put somebody
it was shown on YouTube.
Know. Yeah, it was on YouTube. Not gonna watch it. I don't know. If I get bored, I'm up late at night, I'll probably throw it on there.
Background noise,
Turn this. You need the lamp?
Nope.
All right. So, first match is Tanahashi Hiroshi versus Maxwell Jacob Freeman for the All Elite Wrestling Championship. And I did take notes on certain matches. So, MJF Robe says New Japan is indie. I like how he's doing that, but it's not. New Japan is Japan's WWE.
Yeah.
That's what true. That is.
What?
He says you'd have to pay me about 0 hour, like $10.
I had $10,000 and not giving it to you for that.
Yeah, I'm paying off some of this house and getting a new car, and getting a trademark so I could do my wrestling show properly. But there would be no AEW without New Japan.
Definitely.
I can agree to that. There would be no AEW without New Japan Pro Wrestling. I can agree to that. I can, because the Bucks and Omega would just be in indie obscurity and never have the ability to get the links to someone like Tony Khan.
Exactly.
So,
but everybody's got to be an original thinker.
But starting off with the MJF versus Tanahashi match, according to the Pure Power Twitter, the reaction from Japanese fans, many were impressed by MJF, but Tanahashi's condition just saddened fans.
Yes. And that's the issue with that match.
Well, I mean, that's been the issue with Tanahashi for quite a while now.
Yep. words were that Jericho match is what sold him on AEW. Really?
What? Really?
That's just loose.
Well, to be fair, you got a mainstream talent like Jericho and a indie star like Kenny basically tearing down the house. Kind of makes sense for someone like Khan, who's probably only watched WWE all his life.
Only people that think like Tony Khan could that match tear down the house. I'm just, but
Look, I'm pretty sure some child thought that Bret Hart versus Tom McGee was the greatest match of all time.
Brooklyn Brawler would outdo that, but actually, Brooklyn Brawler knew how to work. I'm surprised you guys didn't see those comments. I don't go to Twitter. I don't do any of that stuff. I watch, I comment up here, and that's it. Yeah, I don't stalk the wrestlers. I don't stalk for comments and stuff. I just watch the pay-per-view. I watch the TV shows. I do my commentary. I move on.
I don't like watching Jericho wrestle. I don't like watching Kenny wrestle. So like Jericho and Kenny's like mixing Milk and NyQuil is just nasty.
Damn, I'm gonna get through this match. I want to get through this match. I took notes. I'm gonna
get through the notes.
No, Cedra does not like milk.
I do not like milk.
She does not like milk. Period.
Nope, not at all.
Mixed in cakes or some kind of recipe or something. Yeah.
Really
fine.
good cereal, but other than that, I have not liked milk since I came off the boob. Oh, chocolate milk's fine. But after the boob, strawberry milk, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I ain't gonna go hunting for it. But after I came off the boob, that was a wrap, man. Mom tried. I'm guessing.
He said,
that is the literal definition of fair enough.
Really?
Must have been some good boobs.
Boobs must have been slamming. I don't think Mom got no complaints. But let's move on.
Because I'm never gonna get to this. This review is gonna be a 4-hour event. So MJF Rose says New Japan is indie. MJF left the ring, and Tanahashi is like, shouting coward and get the crowd going with it. Okay, fine. But then I like this at one part of the match. MJF does the forgotten classic of the Cobra Twist and holds the ropes for leverage. And they go back and forth, and then when the ref sees it, the ref catches him and counts to 5. And the referees in AEW are so notoriously weak. Okay, counts to 5, doesn't DQ. No ref DQs, and MJF says, "What are you gonna do about it, dipshit?" So the ref did the classic thing and kicked his arm, and Hiroshi used the hip toss to gain control.
I couldn't be a ref. I would have chop blocked him.
What's the matter with you? Just cut him off at the knees, huh?
Ask a stupid question.
Yeah. So then MJF got thrown to the rope, the corner, and pulled a Ric Flair special. Ran down, went to the top, and got slammed off. Good Ric Flair spot. That's the one that Shawn Michaels kept trying, but he just could not get it right. MJF hit a nice vertical avalanche suplex, hurting both of them, but eventually he turned over, got the 2 count. That's, it wasn't going to win in there. If you know wrestling, you know where it's not going to end. If it did, it'd be a surprise, and it would get fans wondering what could actually happen. But
simple. Probably Tanahashi got injured.
Huh?
Well, if that ended up ending the match, it would have probably meant, oh shit, Tanahashi got injured.
Yeah. Let's see. MJF tries the heat seeker, but he gets thrown back and lands on his knee. It was good, and he sells it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gets a double arm shoulder buster on his knee. He sells it again. Let's see. Just Rush says you can really see Tana's breakdown when he hits those sling blades. He can't get up into the air at all anymore. crazy that a few years what a few years can do to your body. I remember him beating Kenny at Wrestle Kingdom, and he was in full form. I remember that. I was wow.
Okay. I'm gonna make this brief. I'm gonna tell y'all about knees. Knee pain hurts, and the fact that Tanahashi's knees are probably trash, and he was in there doing it anyway. I give him all the props in the world, because I am the furthest thing from an athlete, and when my knee was swole up, you might have been able to take me out and shoot me. Knee pain is no joke. He's old. He's doing the best he can.
Tanahashi ain't old.
He's old wrestling wise, damn it. He showed up to work.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
I'll give it that.
He showed up to work and he was happy. Leave him alone.
MJF spit on Hiroshi, so the crowd was kind of ew, but then they kind of forgot it, I guess. I don't know. And then he shouts at Tanahashi saying that he's a joke to everybody and whatnot.
That's just mean.
And Tanahashi, he's trying to fire him up, and Tanahashi fired up as best as Tanahashi can. He ended with a nice dragon leg whip and applied the Texas Clover Hole. And then I wrote this because CJ had to point it out to me. CJ saw that when Hiroshi neared the ropes, MJF was trying to get to the ropes. The ref grabbed Hiroshi's leg and squeezed it, giving him the Iggy to move away.
Yep.
So that was nice.
Gave him the high sign. Hey, back up, man.
Yeah, back up. You there. So, but MJF does get to the ropes. Hiroshi goes into a flurry of his moves. He's getting his stuff in. He's doing what he got to do. But he ended with a frog splash on MJF's knees. And Kevin Kelly's WWE stupidity comes out saying he may have broken his legs. I'm like, man, you damn fool. It's just insulting to hear stuff like that. Not long ago when I passed, trying to watch Raw, I think it was, two girls in the ring, girl was stomping on the other girl's ankle. She might have just broken her leg. I'm like, man, I hate you. And I just didn't want to watch anymore. It's just so stupid. MJF, hold up, where was I? Frog splash, yep. Okay, MJF gets the belt, and he gets the world belt. The ref takes it from him. Hiroshi rolls MJF up, but the ref is slowly handing the belt away. MJF pushed Hiroshi at the ref, who had to duck between the ropes, for a while. MJF quickly strikes with the ring for the 3 count and classic win over Tanahashi. So
it was a short match, and that was a good thing.
It was a short match. It was look. In general, if you watch it, you don't know Tanahashi. Okay, it's a good match.
Yeah,
it's a classic, old school wrestling match. MJF. This is a test for MJF, not Tanahashi. MJF had to slow it down to match what Tanahashi could actually pull off. Tanahashi and the others, you'll see with the other New Japan wrestlers, they have to work with the old school American style turnbuckles. They use the triangle corner post in New Japan. They feel it with their foot when they get up there. They know where to stop. And it's also a little barrier for them to just kind of cling on to, and they jump off that way. Here in the United States, they don't have that. And Hiroshi slipped off, I think, his first match, which was on Collision, and then I think he slipped like 2 or 3 times, 2 at a minimum, 3 at the most. You see it later with Sonata. They just can't. They're just not used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He says Justin says I couldn't see anything else other than Tana being cooked and tired, finished. I love both the guys though. Yeah.
Tana, you're right. He does not have to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah,
he's done it.
He's done it.
He's done it.
He's done
and
it.
if he don't look the way he did when he was brand new, a surprise. None of us do.
The thing is, people.
Well, MJF did what he needed to do. I mean, he's a dick after all.
Yes, he's a bad guy. The bad guy trying to be cool is stupid. You're a bad guy. If you don't get booze, then you have failed.
You have not done your job properly.
Tanahashi Yeah, he's got a major legacy. But people that grew up, some of this their formative years, some of it their insider years. I get it. I know what's going on. I know what I'm watching. Yada yada yada. But when these wrestlers they slow down, they start getting broken down. People start to realize I have aged too. That's what the issue is. It's a reflection that they have gotten older as well. You know,
you have to start extending these individuals some grace. Yeah, they're wrestlers, but they're people, and they get old. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing. They will have to come to terms with themselves. I probably shouldn't be doing this anymore, just like Liger did.
Yeah, he didn't want to retire, but he's like, I see what's going on.
Yeah. So they have to extend themselves.
And then there's some people that can wrestle into their 80s because the style they're using
exactly
is safe.
Exactly. Just says Tana should retire as older. The more I don't see these older wrestlers go, and I agree with that. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this: when Liger retired, man, I was in tears. When KG retired, I was in tears. I didn't have to see Chono retire because he retired due he had a spinal illness. So
well, Chono had one more match. If you saw his battle against Muto,
yeah, I saw that, and they was laughing.
It was great.
It was.
I loved it.
I cried at that because I'm gonna say this. I saw enough of their stuff through the tape trading and buying and stuff like that. You know, they came in together and their last match was together, so it was just awesome. Whew. So that's what that was. Now we get to the next match. And the next match, man, this is also a test. This is also a test. Whew.
The protagonist versus Satoshi Kojima.
Yes, Kojima Satoshi versus CM Punk. The crowd boos loudly, and Taz says he's not even out here yet.
And now we go back to Puro Power Twitter.
Yep. What do
Mostly positive. Japanese fans are amazed by the Canadians' reaction of Punk, and they claim that no one can generate as much heat and passionate reactions in Japanese pro wrestling anymore. They were happy that they supported Kojima, and he was treated like a legend. Kojima is not well treated in New Japan, and that foreign fans treat him better was very touching. They also expressed gratitude to Punk for helping Kojima get cheered during the match, and for being generally respectful to Kojima after the match.
Okay.
That's nice.
Exactly how it was.
Yeah.
The crowd chants CM Punk and the rest shouts them down with boos. I had to catch on to what was going on. You would hear the crowd, CM Punk, CM, and then you would just hear the boos, and they would boo as loud and as hard as they could. And if you go back and watch it, the people that you can see little sporadic people shouting CM Punk. It's not like one side is doing it. It's just throughout everywhere. And you can see some people when they're booing, they turn to the person chanting and boo in their ear. And when I saw that, I told CJ, I said, at some point, there's going to be a fight breaking out in the crowd.
Get my ear one more time.
It's a good thing that was second match on the card.
Yes. CM Punk, these people went first for a reason.
Yeah.
They went first for a reason. Let's see what Just Rush says Kojima's style has allowed him to wrestle into his 50s. Tana's has not. That's just life. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
What? Well, according to Cage Match, the Punk's Kojima match was basically an Owen Hart Foundation 2023 men's tournament quarterfinals.
Yes, that's what it was. But the crowd takes away the importance of the match. But this is a match that I already said Punk was going to win anyway.
Yeah, we knew that.
Kojima is at that stage in his wrestling life where he's going to lose any match that could push anyone else into a higher stratosphere. He's going to lose all of those matches. He's going to lose his retirement match. and Just Rush says the reaction proves that Punk is needed in AEW. You know, and look, everyone, you wonder why Justin Rush isn't typing? It's because his microphone isn't working with Discord for some reason. So, you know, whenever he gets that fixed or figured out or whatnot, then he will have a voice up here. But until then, I will be the voice for him when he types anything out. You know,
the voice of the voiceless.
So
yes,
let me say very quickly. I said it in the last commentary. I have nothing against Punk. I just generally don't enjoy his matches. He does the job. He's safe. You know, he's got all this legendary. That's why everyone, you know, throws the babies in the air for him. But I just generally, what's going on here? I just don't enjoy his wrestling. And for me, you really see that when he's in a polarized situation like he was at the Forbidden Door. Yeah, he wrestled Kojima, but it's almost like he was spent more time wrestling the fans and Kojima was just a conduit.
Yes.
Instead of him focusing on having a great match with Kojima, he was more into the back and forth with the fans, and that took away from it to me. Like I said before, the way he wrestled in that multi-man tag when it was just him and Jay White in the ring, if he brought that every time he wrestled, I would be a fan, but he don't. And that match with Kojima was indicative of it.
CM Punk is a legendary wrestler, and I'm going to tell you why. He took care of Kojima.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He did take care of Kojima. But I think him and Kojima could have had a better match if he had been focused on his opponent. Because he was not.
He was catering. And Justin Brush says, yeah, I can see what Cedric means for sure. But what AEW needs is more of that fan interaction. And yes, when you got a babyface and a heel that knows, and I tell you this, you got to have fan interaction. It's important. If you go out there and focus on your opponent like these indie people do, they don't focus on the fans. They do a move, and what do? They taunt to the fans, but they don't focus on the fans.
The indie people don't focus on the opponent either. They get together and collaborate on a spot. It's different.
It's actually the whole match usually.
You
know, let me get through this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get through this. So this is for the Owen Hart, you know, Cup and all that. So the CM Punk chants get shouted down. CM Punk milks the boos with boasting and whatnot. And then later in the match, Kojima, he chopped Punk over the railing outside the ring. That was good. I've not seen that. That was my first time seeing that from a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
The indie people, I seen them do that and they make it look bad because they twist and flip over. Punk went feet over head.
Yeah.
You know, and did it well. Made sure to avoid the fans. Let's see. Punk, he did Hogan's taunt and then did the leg drop. But the fans didn't notice it. They were just booing. They were just angry. Yeah, Judge Burke says who other than MJF gets that reaction? Yeah. And it's all because it's tribal. It's tribal. But let me get through this and we'll talk more on CM Punk. But let's see.
Punk you talked about that? You talked about him going over the railing.
Yeah. I'm just looking. I can use a small font. It's annoying me. Let me blow this up a little bit.
Yeah, man. Gotta cater to the peepers.
I shouldn't have done that. I done lost everything. Okay. Punk got started doing lariats in the corner, shouting Kojima with each one. I thought that was kind of funny. Then Punk got the Mongolian chop on, so Punk being a heel.
Yeah.
Punk is being an antagonistic heel. Punk knows how to work with the crowd. The crowd was cheering him. He wouldn't have been doing any of that stuff. This match would have been different. Kojima turns things around and gives the machine gun chops to Punk in the corner. Punk walks away to another corner. Kojima just follows him and then repeats in another corner. And then Kojima gets the flying elbow and he shouts, "I'm coming for you, bastard." That's what he shouts. And then he hits the diving elbow in the gut, the lower gut, maybe the upper pelvis.
The upper
area.
pelvis, man.
You know, and he got a 2 count
He
for that.
embedded it in there.
Yeah, you can see Punk grimace in pain like, damn. And then Kojima, he had a nice 1-2 elbow and then hit a rolling elbow into a DDT. Problem is, he didn't go for the pin, which was annoying. Punk regains control, knocks Kojima down, and takes nearly 2 damn minutes climbing the rope, sitting there, standing, and we're like, Kojima's gonna move.
Move, Kojima. Roll away.
You know, get Shawn Michaels in that ring.
Move.
He
didn't move.
He does the Macho Man pose, and then he hits the diving elbow for a 2 count. Kojima kicks out, but then the Anaconda Vice is applied. The crowd chants, "Referee sucks." I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but they were just chanting, "The referee sucks."
At this point, the AEW fans just hate CM Punk for no reason.
No, they got a reason, but I'm surely thinking that most don't remember why. You know, let's see, just says, yeah, I think they toured a month and then they gauged fans' reactions at different places, and from that they decide if they make him face or heel, because heel Punk in AEW is going to be where the money is. Yes, but then that means MJF doesn't have a challenger. And that's why he can't do that.
Yeah, he can't do it. And then the FTR and them are going against Bullet Club Gold. Punk can't be the bad guy.
Yeah,
Gold's the bad guy.
You have to, once they elevate a babyface.
I feel like Punk is just going to be in his own alignment.
Yeah, Punk's got to play each match by ear. That's what makes him great. He can play it by ear. So after they chant that the ref sucks, Satoshi escapes the go to sleep, and he hit the cozy cutter, which is just ace crusher. But he didn't go for the pin. Punk ducks the lariat, because that's what he went for. He went for that Western lariat, but he ducks it, turns into a net breaker for a 2 count. The crowd chants CM Punk, and the rest drowned them out. That's when I was like, yep, that's solidified. They started chanting CM Punk, and it was just booze. It was just epic. Kojima blocks the go to sleep and applies a brain buster for a 2 count, and it was a good brain buster. I'm mad that Punk kicked out, but I get it. I just, like I said, you're not gonna win with an epic move like that. Don't do it. Do something else. Kojima tries the Western lariat again, but he's countered by the go to sleep for the 3 count. Punk wins to a chorus of boos, and Punk eventually helps Kojima up, showing him good sportsmanship and appreciation. That's how that match went, which is...
And that go to sleep looked like trash.
Yeah, Punk's go to sleep doesn't look nearly as convincing as Kenta.
I mean, when he first did it, it was like, oh my God, head came off, babies flew, the skies fell. It was great, but that was a long time ago. He does not do it well anymore. It never looks good to me.
I actually made a joke. People in the other server was telling me about how, Kenta walking away still made Punk look like a bad guy.
What?
That what?
Well,
no, I didn't hear you. Repeat it.
In the summary that I can try to make sense, Kenta walking away from the CM Punk match, and people still said that CM Punk was the coward.
Oh, he was supposed to wrestle Punk at some point?
Apparently it was suggested, but Kenta was like, nope, and backed away.
Okay.
And the fans still said that Punk was the coward.
People don't know the meaning of words in general. Just keeping it real.
They just talk.
Yeah, a coward is the one that talks a game, can't wait to get in there, and then runs at the last second.
I got a quick question for y'all. I'm going to try and make it quick. Just said, yeah, he's getting up there in age as well, in reference to me saying that Punk doesn't do the go to sleep well. And here's my thing. Because
Kojima's a heavy dude. Kojima's got to be about 230.
He
240.
Is.
That's a big dude.
Here is my question. And we know that this is especially true in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I get that you got famous for doing a move, but why can't you choose a different devastating finisher if it caters more to who you are at the time, especially if you're an age wrestler? Why you got to keep doing the same shit badly just to please a bunch of dumbass fans? Do something better that suits you to put down your opponent. Why is that so forbidden?
It's not forbidden. Wrestlers can change what they want to do, but then there's some promoters that'll tell them you can't change that. That's the money maker. People came to see that move. They want to see you. They want to see you do that move. And I knocked off my mic. And so they'll tell them.
And some wrestlers make you change your move because they don't want to be crushed.
Yep.
I mean, but if it looks like trash,
case in point,
the
Big Show.
Yeah, but if it looks like trash, it needs to stop, promoter or none. I mean, once Candy is 50, her money maker ain't shaking like it once was. Maybe she should do something else.
Once Candy is 50,
yes, that's why the Anaconda Vice exists.
If I had a stripper up there at that age and still shaking it, I'm like, look, we obviously done gave up on ourselves. So, I'm gonna breeze through this one. Hold up. Once you do something for a long time, it's just impossible to change sometimes. Kind of like with Tana. He should retire in the same way Punk should change his finisher.
Tana should have changed his finisher a long time ago, but of course New Japan won't let him. Yeah, New Japan wants him to fuck his knees up to the lower half of his legs fall off before they let him do that.
Wait, did we mention how the match ended?
Wait, which match?
The CM Punk match.
Yeah. I read it that Kojima tried the Western Lariat, but he was countered into the go to sleep for a 3 count. Punk wins with a chorus of boos.
I kind of thought that it was a 2 count.
Oh, really? Some of these, if you really watch a lot of these matches, the shoulder blades got to be down. There are times where it's only one shoulder down, they still counting.
Okay, that finisher saved New Japan Pro Wrestling High. I get it saved them, but it saved them. It is now saved. Let's transition to something else.
Yeah. Once saved, change. But some people just don't want to stop. Like Ric Flair right now, he would love to get in that ring.
But he just can't, and he should.
If he could transplant his brain into another body, a 20-year-old body, and do it all again, trust him, he believe. Yes. I'm going to go through this next one really quick. AEW International Title Match. Orange Cassidy versus Shibata Katsuyori, Daniel Garcia, and Zack Sabre Jr.
I wasn't even here for that, so I'll go ahead.
Shibata with the PK on Garcia. Cassidy shoves Shibata from the ring and covers Garcia for the win. There you go.
I ain't got nothing on the Twitter part. They only got 6 of them. But according to Cage Match, the match was 8.33.
That match sucked. He says, Josh Brush talk about the pin. I hate that. I hate that when they could. I hate that when they could and the shoulders aren't fully down. He asked for thoughts on Cassidy. He said that match. What I'm gonna tell you, I didn't want to watch the match because I knew it was gonna be a fool ass match. And then I see them out there chopping each other. I see Shibata and Junior chopping each other, punching each other, and Garcia trying to get in the way of it. And they keep knocking him down and stuff. And then that fool gets up and just starts dancing. I'm like, somebody just bust you in your face. 2 people done bust you in your face. They keep hitting you in your face and knock you down, and you're gonna get up and start dancing? That's some stupid mess. No. Hell no. I was like, they are so lucky this is live and I can't skip it. So lucky. Because
this was the ultimate embodiment of a standard fatal 4-way match.
I do 4-way matches as a main event at the big event on CR Fire Pro.
I said fatal 4-way.
Yeah. They do theirs fatal four-way. One fall to a finish. Mine is elimination. All right. A four-way match like this always should be elimination because you want them beaten, not two people saying, "Oh well, why did I show up?"
Yeah,
really. He says, "I skipped through half these matches. No way was I watching this. It's so good to see Shibata, but sucks to see him breathing the same air with Fire Ant."
Don't worry, Mike Quackenbush
Wait, was
is
Orange
not
Cassidy
here
Fire
anymore.
Ant?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, Orange Cassidy's Fire Ant.
I remember that the Colony in some jabroni promotion ages ago, and there was a bunch of ants, Soldier Ant, Fire Ant, and some other ants. And at first, I was like, "This might be good. I can see a little thing with this, see how they work with it." But nope. I was like, I didn't see anything to say this is our gimmick and we're following through with it. So I was like, this is stupid. Okay, so after that, okay, we come to the International World Grand Prix Heavyweight Championship match. Jungle Boy Jack Perry with Hook versus the champion Sanada. And
this one has that Twitter as well.
Okay, this should have been a squash match. Okay, it technically was.
Finish.
Yeah, it was a top contender squash match. Like, the fool's gonna lose, but it's gonna take some time to get there. That kind of thing. It was worse than MJF and Tanahashi.
Okay.
Jungle Boy tried to look good, but he just can't. He is incapable of making himself look good. And Sanada gave him plenty of openings to do, and he just... There were points in the match where Jungle Boy was just standing in the middle of the ring. It looked like he was like still doing an introduction. There were little points, little tiny infinitesimal points, but I could have done the snapshot and been like, is this the beginning or the end of the match? I could have done that.
You ready for the forbidden aftermath?
I'm gonna go ahead. Let me run through this and then read the thing on Twitter. All right.
All right.
Let's see. Hold up. Tell me if Jungle Boy doesn't have his hair. What does he have? Yeah, if he doesn't have hair, what does he have?
Nothing. Yeah. He's just a scrawny dude with sideburns
and a odd forehead. But okay. So, all right. So the crowd chants Red Shoes and pop when he bows. That is an American thing right there, okay? That's a United States thing. They love Red Shoes more than anybody else.
Red Shoes was there?
Yep. So you missed Red Shoes.
I was getting food for you.
Hey, look, I ain't worried about your hang-ups.
Mother,
See, that's heel. That's heel work. That's heel work, y'all.
Starve tomorrow. How about that?
No. I got a knife and then cedra flesh.
Nah. You still got a bite coming to you.
Uno got a bigger pop than Jack and Sanada. He did. He legit did. Like the whole match. That pop for him was the highest that you're gonna see the whole match. So
was he refereeing?
Yes.
Okay.
She wasn't gonna be able to be like, I'm out here. Why? To be in the corner.
Hey man, Tiger would do it.
Yeah. So Sanada, he got the Paradise Lock on Jack. Drop kick to break the hold. Covers for a 2 count. Jack hit the Tiger Bomb for a 2 count. Then Jack, he applied the skull in submission hold, but Sanada gets to the ropes fairly easy. Sanada hit the TKO for a 2 count. Thank you, Mark, for that move. Jack with the Poison Rana and it looked dangerous. That reverse Rana, it scared me for a second. It did. They need to make him stop doing it. Sanada he did a reverse face lock, spun him into the Dragon Sleeper, but Jack rolled back for a 2 count. Sanada did do a Poison Rana himself, but his was safe. Full takeover, kept the height, kept the opponent's head off the mat. He did a good job. But then he followed that up with a Shining Wizard for a 2 count. Sanada hit the rib breaker, moonsault, 3 count to retain.
All right.
Sanada looked as cool as he can look, and that was it. Notes. I put notes. Sonata isn't tired. He isn't tired. He's barely sweating. He made it look easy.
And that is the beauty of Sonata.
Hook raises Jack's hand, and then Jack clotheslines him to an eruption of boos, and I mean an eruption of boos. It was CM Punk level of boos. Taz says, "Shit, what the?" And then Taz is pissed, and then Jack lifts the FTW title, tosses it at Hook. Taz said about his son, "That's a grown ass man right there."
He reminded himself.
Yep, he's letting you know this, like, Hook will mess you up. You think Taz hadn't trained that man well?
You wrong. Okay.
Yeah, Taz was definitely pissed.
Yes.
And yeah, this match has a forbidden aftermath.
Yes. And
you are going to love this.
Jack Perry.
You are going to love this. The match receives some criticism from Japanese fans. Most of them didn't like the idea of the championship being the fourth match on the card.
Mm-hmm.
They hated the fact that there are too many title belts, which devalued the World Heavyweight title. Some people critique Sonata for not having enough presence as the IWGP champion, pointing out that the crowd forgot about Sonata as soon as Jungle Boy turned to a heel. Some Japanese media did not use Jack Perry's name in the title of their news articles, instead using Beverly Hills Dylan's son, or a famous actor Luke Perry's son. Some Japanese fans pointed out, claiming that Japanese journalists did not respect Jack Perry enough.
Jack Perry don't respect Jack Perry.
Fair enough.
Just Rush says the only way to make Jack even interesting is to have him embrace his whole famous father thing and just grind it hard. They really should take a few years before they do another Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, because if you do it every year, then it's not special. Look,
I feel like it just needs a name change.
So
it does because it's
Jungle Boy is at a place in his life, and he's not going to see the right thing or make the right decision. But they called him a pillar, and he lost. We all knew he was going to lose. But before his pillar match, he got ground into meat paste by Roosh, because Roosh didn't respect him, and his work isn't really worth respecting anyway. And then he accepts the open challenge with Sonata with some sort of belief that it was going to be a good match. And then he got housed. Even if he doesn't think he got housed, if your opponent can walk away without breaking a sweat, you got housed. And Sonata is too good. Now he's the champion. He don't really have to fake it. But he turned heel thinking that's going to make all the difference. Lame.
Brutal summary. Let's see. Just a Brush says Sonata didn't even know who he was. He said in some interviews.
He might as well be on some indie card somewhere deep in the heart of Alabama.
He is on the indie card, just not in Alabama.
Wrestling for ribs and some shots.
I mean,
it's kind of sad when you think about it. Like, yeah. He's the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and he's fourth on the card.
More importantly, he is Sonata.
I mean, it's not the issue of the fact he's Sonata. It's
no. It is the issue that he is Sonata, because Sonata can do no wrong.
Toward that title.
No, hey, Mr. Pony, the Cedra is just an epic Sonata fan. We watched him technically grow up in wrestling.
Who is FD? What did Forbidden Door really do for New Japan? Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
He ain't do nothing.
Nothing. I get what they're trying to do, but it's just the goal is to advertise New Japan on your show. New Japan is trying to branch out into the United States of the Northern Americas. So this is a good way to do it. I get that. It's a good way to market. The problem is when you put someone like Jack Perry in there with Sonata, their flagship champion, it devalues not only Sonata, not just the title, but the company. Legitimately saying, listen, we're going to put our champion, the cream of the crop, in there with John Billings.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not a good look.
And New Japan should have put their foot down with the way this darn match was organized. Because, okay, if you want your championship to be fought for first, okay, that's your crap belt, but not ours.
New Japan broke away from WCW for way less than this. Just want y'all to know that.
Sonata should have been in the main event over Okada, but seeing that he was wrestling Jack Perry, it's like, why? He won't wrestling nobody.
There was no beef. There was nothing going on.
And whoever thought this was going to be a good idea, I guess it was Tony. He's out his damn mind. And he had to see how trash that was.
It quite literally only existed to turn Jack Perry heel. That's all the match was.
You use their world champion to make somebody not even good at anything a bad guy. Rush says, yes, could have done that. Had Perry like do some things over there in Japan or talk trash in Japan when Kenny went or something.
He can't do that because he can't talk. How's he going to be a heel if he can't talk?
The closest thing I can see from this is a Sonata versus Ospreay rivalry.
I don't care.
I'll explain it. I will explain it later when we get to it.
Okay. I want to like Will Ospreay. He keeps proving why I shouldn't. So, let's see. Sonata squashes him in a minute. Then he gets on the mic and says how pissed he is for being disrespected and goes back to Japan with more fire. Yeah, that would have been better. I'd be like, this is what America has to offer me?
Really?
Yep.
Craptacular.
That would have been good. Okay, so we're going to get to this 10-man battle thing or whatnot. We've got Eddie Kingston, Ishii Tomohiro, Nick and Matt Jackson, Adam Page, Kenny Omega versus Claudio Castagnoli, Goon.
There's no Kenny Omega in that match.
No, he was. Yeah, I threw that up there because I saw the people coming out, so my bad. I'm just reading what I wrote and I didn't change it. I just like, I'm done with the event, so my bad. Sorry about that. Versus
it's fine.
Claudio. Okay. Versus Claudio Castagnoli, Goon, Shota Umino, Wheeler Yuta, Konosuke Takeshita, and I barely wrote anything down, so I'm gonna just breeze through every single note I got.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's Claudio, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Kosuke Takeshita, and Shota Umino.
Yeah, I said all that.
All right, just making sure. I thought you missed Moxley.
No, I didn't miss him. I didn't miss him. I called him out. I called his name exactly.
Goon.
Yeah. Goon. That's who Moxley is. He's Goon. That was it. Claudio Castagnoli, Goon, Shota Umino, Wheeler Yuta, and Konosuke Takeshita. Goon.
Do we need to explain why we call him Goon? It's been a while.
Yeah, do you need to be explained to, Mr. Pony?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I will say this. The last 3 matches will have the Forbidden Aftermath stuff, so yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll figure out what that is.
Oh, he's talking about what the little...
It's the Twitter stuff that I was talking about.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. This is new for me, y'all, so I got to be thrown in the fire. Umino is still a major Tanahashi fan. You can see that by hair and attire.
Formative years.
Yep. Takeshita and Ishii show how strong style striking should be.
It was beautiful.
It was awesome. Kingston and Goon shows how to do it in the North American way, which was not very exciting because it looked really bad.
Goon can't throw anything.
No, he cannot strike. Goon does not know how to strike. And then, before they can be done, and they're showing how exhausted they are, everyone comes into the ring and brawls for a moment. Ishii later hit a beautiful superplex, his signature move, on Yuta for a 2 count. Ishii and Eddie with a double clothesline, and then into Igiri. So that looked nice on Yuta. Then Ishii goes into big match finish mode. So then he hits the sliding lariat on Yuta, hit another big lariat, boast for his brain buster, gets him up, brain busts him for the win, and I put in capital letters, as it should be.
Yep.
Because Ishii is awesome.
Wait, hold on. Yuta was the one that got pinned?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have sworn that it was going to be Shota.
No.
Nah.
I mean, can you blame me? He's a young lion. He
No,
he's
not a young lion.
Graduated
he
like
is
3-4 years ago.
Full-blown grown man wrestler.
Yeah, Umino graduated a few years ago.
I seem to have missed this.
That's why they had on his own clothes.
Yeah, when you graduate, you wearing some different clothes. You're still going to keep losing, but he's in that area where, okay, we can start making you win some. He's part of this new era that's going to be forgotten. They're going to probably call him, the second generation wrestler in 100 years. I don't know. They're going to find something to do with him. Is there anything on this one, Mr. Pony?
There's nothing on this nor the next match.
All right.
When it comes to Twitter.
Brush says Shota needs to change it up. Looks way too much like Tana. He's got to get through it. He's got to get through his envy stage, and he'll eventually find what he wants to do for himself.
Yeah.
This match was awful.
Yeah, that multi-man match, just terrible. I agree.
According to Cage Matches users, this is 1 out of 10, mind you. It's an 8.97.
Well, they don't know shit.
No.
That's all I got. They don't know shit. The Bucks always
so far
look
the
stupid.
worst. Well, so far, according to the Cage Match users, the worst match on the card that we reviewed so far is Sonata and Jack.
And that ain't Sonata's fault.
Nope.
Yeah, Judge Rush
And
says
the Bucks look stupid.
Yeah, they do. They look
do.
stupid. Always. It never fails.
Makes, when it comes to if he's correct, it makes CM Punk look more right.
Eddie don't need to lose weight. Eddie needs to literally build some tone in his arms and work his abs to flatten that part. He's got the weird beer belly thing going or whatnot. But that's it. And I've noticed that over time that's gotten slightly bigger. I hope it's not a bad medical condition. I hope not. I hope it's just him. But he like some, New York garbage man, in the ring. But I still love Eddie Kingston more than most of the wrestlers on that roster.
Eddie Kingston is highly emotional.
What he needs is a harder slap.
He's highly emotional, and I'm willing to wager that he is highly emotional in his real life, and he comfort eats.
That's probably true.
That's what I think it is.
You see, I'm gonna get on to the next match. Just a Brush is typing, or yip, YIP, yip. Let's see. He looks awful. He does a disservice to himself looking that way. He has money. He can get help. And you know what?
That's bull.
No.
Look,
What?
I have watched wrestling since I was in single digits, and not everybody looks like Luger.
Yeah, but
he can go in the ring. That's all that matters. If he looked like trash wrestling, I would be okay. He needs to do something. But he doesn't look like trash, and he's one of the most believable motherfuckers there. I don't care about his gut.
Look,
Abdullah
if
the Butcher.
If he can hit,
Abdullah the Butcher made a long career looking like a tea bag. Earthquake, Yokozuna, all the damn Samoans. Walk into a Samoan and say you need to lose weight. You catch a foot in the face. Leave Eddie alone. Leave him alone. He's doing what he do, and he do it well, and he does it differently than everybody else. Yeah, but Eddie's different than everybody else on the roster. Everybody else looks like little teenage boys. He's like a grown man with grown man problems, and he still get the job done. Leave him alone.
Look, all Kingston needs to do is just hit a bit harder, and boom, he's fixed.
Eddie actually pulls his punches.
Yeah, he does.
A lot. I've seen him throw those in a more legit fashion in Japan.
Bad intentions.
Yeah. He's pulling them punches to suit the American style, and that makes him look really bad because he can't throw them like he wants to.
Because sometimes it's just how you hit them. It doesn't matter how big or buff or tough you look. If you hit like shit, you're shit.
That's true. You can't disagree with that one, Cedric, can you?
No, I don't disagree. I wish all of them would learn how to hit and then hit harder. But Goon looks like trash every day of the week, but he's slender trash, so he's okay.
Okay. So, look, I'm going to get on to the next one, which is the All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship. That's Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm. This is just Russia saying something. And I'm sure it's with the last thing. I just want to get through this match here. I wasn't too happy with this women's match, to be honest with you. I really wasn't. It's because I knew the outcome. I'll explain my reasoning afterwards, but let's see. I'll just go and run through this real quick. Let's see. So Willow, this is later because I waited for a while before taking notes because everything was just kind of standard, safe. It was interesting. Jockeying for position, getting moves in and there and stuff. It was all right. And then Willow hit a Death Valley driver on the apron, and then got in the ring and hit a Death Valley driver in the ring for a 2 count. That told me everything. Referee ejects the Outcast from the ringside. Okay. Willow misses a long-awaited mid-moonsault, because off the middle rope. What'd you say?
He said, well, he has his fans, but his appearance separates people. All of us have different views on it. If you're tuning in for the first time to a sporting event, it doesn't look like an athlete. He's a good wrestler and can cut a promo, but his look holding him back. He can slim up a little bit.
Yes, I agree with that, but I got to say this. Though. When it says he has a different appearance and people, that is when it turns stupid. That is when it turns stupid. And people should be ashamed for that. All right? People got different views on it. Okay. But to be angry at your neighbor because you have different view on how somebody else look, that's just too stupid. That's just too stupid. You got better things to worry about in life. All right, you can separate on someone cheating on you, jumping you, swindling you out of money, or something. But to separate and hold a grudge because y'all feel differently on how somebody else look, that is stupid.
There are reasons why Eddie Kingston looks the way he looks. And just losing weight isn't as easy as everyone makes it out to be. Eddie is doing what he can do.
I see it like this. Eddie should lose the weight when the talent in AEW can learn to wrestle.
And so that happens. It's going to happen. So there you go.
And I don't disagree with you, Justin Brush. Yes, he could be better than what he is. He could look better. He could tone it up. put a little muscle on, lose some of that gut. I hear you. I agree. But I can't make him. And if I talk to him, I doubt he listens.
And everybody shitting on you about it is not going to make you do it faster.
Yes. So
in some cases, they might actually not do it at all, or even reverse just to spite you.
Yep.
Everybody tells Goon to wrestle better. He don't. There you go.
Hey, Goon, sell this move. I ain't gonna sell that fucking move.
Hey, can you stop bleeding? No.
I like bleeding. You don't understand what I'm trying to do. Just, if your weight determines, or your appearance determines how better you could be or not be, then I say the one with that opinion has an issue. You know, if someone looked at me and said, hey, you know what? If you lost the weight, you'd be a little bit better. I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with your brain? Who messed you up? If he's happy being basically a jobber, then he can do that. There's people that look way better than him and they're jobbers.
Tony Nese. Tony Nese looks exquisite, and he is a jobber.
Yep. Tony Nese looks like the perfect athlete, and he is a bona fide jobber.
Daivari is muscle over bone. He's a jobber.
Yep.
What more can they do? Lose more weight? Have some muscle stitched in? What the hell are they going to do?
Here's a classic example. Jinder Mahal.
I don't know who that. I've seen him, but it's just Baba Ganoush in my head.
When they cut a promo and they are small. Tony Nese is not small.
No, Tony Nese ain't small by a damn sight. Trying to figure out what why I wrote it.
Tony Nese. He's 5 foot. He's 69 inches. At least according to this.
Don't seem like it. Good bill. Let's see. Tony Nese should be better than what they use him for.
And he's not. And it's not because of Tony Nese. It's because of Tony Khan. And it doesn't matter if he's bigger because Tony Khan don't know how to use big guys anyway.
On an unrelated note, that's one thing, actually two things that sucks about the AEW women's match.
Okay.
One, we've completely forgotten about it.
I ain't forgot about it.
It's in my face.
I ain't forgot about it. I'm waiting to get to it, but
it's in my face.
Just to brush the
Because we kind of stopped when we heard Cedric say, when I saw that Death Valley driver got a 2 count, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Look, that's what's on my screen. That's how my screen look. So I'm just looking at the words, just waiting. He Slim give him a better chance. Really, his whole career.
What I'm saying is this. People are not just their wrestling persona. There are reasons why he has not slimmed up. Probably having to do with his personal life. So give him a break. He's doing what he can do.
Maybe. I don't know the man. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to have a comment on that. I think it's kind of meaningless to even talk about it, honestly. You know,
maybe he likes
no comments on it, and he sounds like a fool when he comments on it. You know, I'm like, you really feel that way about it? Then, you know, talk to him. Find the man, talk to him, say you'll help him be there side by side. If not, be like,
shut the hell up.
There you go.
Then shut up. If you're not gonna hold his hand and walk up to the sunset to Weight Watchers, shut up.
That's how I feel.
Let the man conduct his own business. Even if he was skinny and wonderful, he wouldn't get used right anyway.
Correct. Then he have a big head though.
Yeah, he would. He have a big head. Look all deflated in the face.
Yep. So look, the ref. So she got the Death Valley driver on the apron, then in the ring for a 2 count. The referee ejects the Outcast from ringside. Willow misses a long-awaited moonsault from the middle rope because she just stood there waiting forever. Tony hit a DDT for a 2 count. Willow hit a standing spine buster, which was pretty nice. Almost, she's trying to do the thrusting spine buster, but it's not coming off too well. And then Willow used what I dubbed the native deathlock instead of Indian deathlock. Native deathlock.
Indigenous deathlock.
Indigenous deathlock.
I like that.
Oh, that sounds good.
Indigenous deathlock.
So then she had that on for a while. They started chopping each other during the hold. All of this looked good.
Oh, Tony bit.
Yep, wait.
Okay,
then Tony bites Willow's knee to break that hold. Cedra loves it. I wrote that in my notes. Cedra loves it.
Yes, they don't bite enough, man. I'm telling you.
Willow pounces Tony and throws her back into the ring. I mean, she pounced and she fell out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, got her back in. Then after some lariats in the corner, the straps come down. Tony gouges the eyes. Storm Zero pinfall. The Outcast run up from behind to hug Storm and scares the brakes off of her.
It's not Storm Zero.
What?
It's called something else, ain't it?
No.
I thought Storm Zero was Osprey's move.
No, that's Stormbreaker.
Oh, okay. My bad.
And you're thinking about Romero and Trent's move, which was Strong Zero.
Oh, okay. Too many similar. Okay, my bad.
Welcome to Cedric's Wrestling School. Did I really take down this many fucking notes? Okay. Let's get on with it. So there was nothing about that. Okay. So, International World Grand Prix.
Oh, you done with that? Oh, okay, my bad.
United States Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I was done with that.
Okay, the match sucks because Willow is legit.
Yeah.
Willow is so legit, and she can only give you a little smacker of what she can do for the sake of letting the unconvincing Toni Storm maintain the title. So there you go.
Willow, strong women's champion. It's not title for title, but champion versus champion. How do you make Willow lose as she normally would in AEW, but not lose that belt? Because anybody else would have made this title for title. And I like how Tony even said in her promo, it's like, well, they ain't gonna let her put it up put her title up because she would lose it. Which, yeah, you know, Toni Storm is honestly liking her. She works well in the ring.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And you know what? She ain't breaking kayfabe. Gets to the point where you just don't know.
She's not. I still not a fan of her promos. As I told you before, I don't believe her. And you already said and identified as that mean girl stuff. And I just don't have time. I don't have time. But it really sucks that Willow cannot perform at the high caliber that we know she can. That girl is so legit.
Girl crush?
Yes. She's gorgeous, she's black, and she's skilled. There's nothing sexier than competency, man. I don't care what your gender.
Just Rich says he skipped that match. He had no interest.
Yeah.
If that match went on for 30 more seconds, it would have went on longer than the World Heavyweight Championship match for the IWGP title.
Wow.
And this match was competitive.
Yeah, it was. Straight up.
I didn't even see the Sonata match, Jack match. And I know that this match was more competitive.
Well, wait until we get to here.
I'm sleeping on Willow, man. That ain't cool.
IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, a belt that no one cares about.
Oh, man.
Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. Because, you know, yep.
And you want to know something?
What?
I have to do this early with the aftermath. Many Japanese fans believe that it should have main evented.
It should have. But this match, and they knew how this was going to go down. That's why they put all those other matches on first. That is why they put those on first. But my notes, I'm gonna power through these, okay? Because I didn't want to take notes. I was like, because to me, I knew it was gonna be a garbage match. That's just how I'm like, this is not gonna be well, and professional wrestling fans will not like this match. Indie lovers and people that don't know about things will love it because they want to see the moves. They want to see how dangerous they can be. They want to see them beat each other up. That's what they want. So, man, let's see. And they were going to do all that crap just by principle. They should have made it. And yeah, because you can't follow it. You really can't. So let's see. Ospreay's video package and intro gave us goosebumps because it was awesome. I love how Ospreay's whole package went, and then the music coming in, and Ospreay has an amazing presence.
He does.
Justin Burns thought it was lame. It's just there's a thing that you can't help sometimes what you like. And when I saw this, I was like, man, this Will Ospreay looks strong. That's one thing I like. He looks strong.
Since he turned heel, he has cultivated his sense of pageantry.
He's found himself for the most part. And when I listened to him during the press scrum, he's matured. Let's see, wasn't great quality video wise, but I have an eye for that, so it's a bit different. You know what? See, you got too much inside knowledge. So you look at that video package, you're like, ugh. Or why didn't they do this? You know what? It would have been a better shot if that. For me, I'm like, I couldn't make that. It looks nice.
And he told the story that he was trying to tell. You could get it. You could see it. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's what's most important. Did I pick up what you were putting down? Yeah, I did.
There you go. Kenny is wearing his serious match gear, so this would be as per usual.
I just wish he would go away.
That was my note.
I just wish he would go away.
Kenny said it. He's like, I've got my big match, I got my serious match tights, and I've got my joking match tights.
And when he said that, I was like, that was like the nail in the coffin to Kenny Omega for me, man. I wish his poodle-headed ass would go on the fuck away.
So, eventually, they started off with a little bit of wrestling and some of their standard stuff. Ospreay, he gets an edge crush on the apron, but he takes all of the damage while Kenny barely bumped. And Kenny rolled into the ring. Ospreay, I was like, I think Kenny touched the mat, period. Ospreay slams Kenny's head into the announcer's table, asking him if he remembers it. Let's see. Kenny blocked one of those. Ospreay bites his hand and slams him into the desk again.
Good old bite.
Kenny mysteriously bleeds for some odd reason.
Yeah.
He was bleeding. Don't know when he cut himself. Mm-hmm. Don't matter. But, hitting plastic like that, you're not going to bust open. The crowd chants, still a wanker to Ospreay. Ospreay licks the blood of Kenny from his bicep, grossing out the crowd and stuff to a point. Then Kenny looks at Will, who slowly sets up a running knee because doing Kenny's V-trigger. Mm-hmm. Kenny's looking at him. Kenny nods for him to do it, and Will does the V-trigger. He nodded for him to do it. I'm like, we can see that. So
no, he don't care.
Will Ospreay, like an insta thief. He snatches the Canadian flag from a fan and flosses with it. I'm like, dude.
He got deep with the floss.
Oh.
And you know what? That won't plan. He was like, woo. That wasn't even planned. That was on the fly.
To keep the heat up, he got deep with that floss. That was funny.
It wasn't even for heat. That's the bad part. He was just like,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, like it just seems like something I should do. So he did it. Let's see. Kenny hits him with a running lariat for an uproarious cheer because knocking the flag away. Kenny used the flag to bill Ospreay a couple of times. No DQ on either one. Then he uses the flag to hang him over the rope, choking him. Still no DQ. Kenny rams Will's head into the steps 3 times after talking to him for a while. Ospreay is bleeding a lot. It's pooling. Kenny with a DDT on the steps. back to per usual, lots of devastating moves and submissions while not going for the pin or kicking out on 2 and moving like nothing's happened, which is pretty much a lot of people's Fire Pro matches. That bugs the shit out of me. But anyway, note they're lucky this is live or I'd skip it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ospreay hit a diving H crusher for a 2 count. What did Justin Brush say?
Wrestling is so stupid sometimes. Really just for hypocrites. There's really no reason for there to be any blading in AEW. They are quick to point out all the things they think are wrong with wrestling, but they gladly still cut themselves with blades. I think it's menstrual cycle envy. That's what I think it is.
That's what you think it is?
It's menstrual cycle envy. If they bled every month for 5 to 10 days, they wouldn't want to shed another drop. They couldn't afford it.
Good point.
That's the butcher.
Let's see what Ospreay. That's what it is. Ospreay. He hits Stormbreaker. No, he was going to, but it was countered into a back to belly pile driver. Don Callis, I forgot, he was ejected at some point, but he came back down and people was mad. And they would, he came back. The crowd was chanting "piece of shit." Callis tries to protect Will from the V trigger as if he's not taking like 50 million already.
Mm-hmm.
Callis gives Will a screwdriver that he uses to escape the one-winged angel and delivers the Stormbreaker. Okay, so Kenny, Okadayabre, and then a 2 count as Kenny kicks out, got his foot on the rope. Crowd thought it was over, but came alive, and that was actually one of the best spots in this whole match. Because after that move was hit, Kenny was done. Everyone's like, man, you could hear the energy drain from them. And then when he kicked out, it was like, whoa! You could hear him come up. They were surprised. That's the first time in a long time I heard a crowd surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd started chanting, "Fuck you, Callis."
Yeah.
He uses a double wrist lock knee bomb and uses Kenny's move only for a 1 count. Kenny busts out with his Hogan come up and whatnot. Kenny gets a brain buster, picks him up because Fire Pro. Then he got the one-winged angel transitioned into a German suplex for a 2 count. Hit another V trigger, then did a release Jaguar driver or Tiger Driver 98. For a 2 count. Stupid. And it was done really bad too. Could have messed up Will's neck. But then Ospreay got the Stormbreaker sent to the ring for the win, as predicted. See the rubber match in New Japan. See the rubber match in Japan, Wrestle Kingdom. That's what I wrote.
Well, there is more in the Forbidden Aftermath stuff.
All right, go ahead.
Well, for one thing, they say that Omega earned his Best Bout Machine moniker for reasons, and they hope that AEW learns from their mistakes and makes the main event at Wembley Stadium Omega versus Ospreay. Some fans stated that the match emotionally moved them and reminded them of why they love professional wrestling. Some of them stated that it was better than the Tokyo Dome match. Some even stated that they were as good or better than All Japan's Pillars of Heaven.
Oh boy. Dave Meltzer probably gave this 18 stars.
10 stars to
Even
the 10th
with the
power.
Cuts, we know that it's a cut so they can blade. What did Dave give this match, Pony? He asked, did you see any of that, Mr. Pony? If Dave
I
Meltzer...
did not see any of that in the Internet Wrestling Database.
Okay, so look, y'all. Gotta remember when Kenny left New Japan, he had to. Ospreay was still there. Okay. While Kenny was gone, after that Wrestle Kingdom match and Kenny had left over the summer, they called Ospreay the Best Bout Machine. They was calling him that. They was trying to keep up the whole thing. And I just don't care for this at all. It's for a belt that no one wants. Nobody. You don't see any other wrestler saying, you know, it'd be nice to have that belt. It'd be a good stepping stone or get me closer to the world title or show how I can be as a champion. Nope. When you need to show how you would be if you were that world champion and you got it. You need to show that. I don't care how small the belt is, because then when people see that, even the fans can say, wow, this company is really screwing up this guy. And, you know, stuff like that. Let's see, can we talk about how stupid Callis being allowed to come back was? It was stupid. AEW should just say that refs are only there to count the 3. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
They're completely useless and ineffectual.
So this just bites.
Yep.
Oh, crap. Okay, you know what? I did write some notes on this next match. So, Suzuki Minoru, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara versus Naito, Tetsuya, Sting, and Darby Allin.
I forgot about this.
I'm going to just blast through this, okay? I'm just going to blast through it.
Although this one does have a forbidden aftermath, so just blast through it if you want.
Okay, early Sting and Jericho mix it up with punches and whatnot. Jericho mocks the Stinger splash with this weird, wheezy yell and misses, and Sting puts him in the scorpion hold. Guevara lands a diving ace crusher on Sting to break the hold, but damn near broke Sting's neck. They asked him about that at the press scrum, and Sting was like, no, I'm fine and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it didn't look like it in that ring. Like Sting won't sell it, like that was legit. Naito spits on Jericho to a lack of cheers and boos, because the crowd was like, I want to be mad, but I mean, really? What do I do? The crowd sounded confused. Let's see, Allen with the Darby Cedar on Suzuki, his little suicide dive. I like calling it Darby Cedar.
Is that the one where he accelerates like crazy?
Yes.
I love it when he does that, man. It's crazy.
The fan shouts for Chris to take it easy on Sting. Remember that fan? Like, take it easy, man.
Yeah, Sting's old.
Sting was on the table. Jericho ordered Sammy to dive on Sting. Sammy dives and half hit Sting, who tried to roll away. It looked bad. Fans asked if he was okay. You okay?
It was somebody out there that was loud. They was so you could hear them over everybody. It was crazy.
Because, you know, Guevara took a spill. Sting got hit in the back, and maybe so fast you can't see, but maybe in the back of the head. But the he who she wants, I don't know. That's what I wrote. Sting enters the ring and applies another scorpion hold on Chris. Minoru breaks it up. Breaks up the hold with a sleeper. Naito broke the hold and takes a code breaker from Chris Jericho. Sting hit the lariat. Naito with the jackknife hold. They did the Ingobernable, their Japón finisher, and got the win. Naito scores the win on Chris Jericho. And let's see, Chris hits Naito with the bat. Sting drops Jericho and gets the bat. Sting stands in the ring with Allen in the corner. And in the press scrum, Jericho is like, "This ain't over, Sting. You want to do what you did to me. It's gonna be you and Allen against
me, I think and Sammy.
I think yes, Sammy, but it's not gonna be Jericho. It's gonna be the Painmaker. It's gonna be a no holds barred Texas Tornado match." I'm like, all right. And Tony Khan's like, "Okay, I'll book it. I'll book the match. Okay, we'll book the match. Just go. Just leave." I'm like, Tony, you need to work on selling. You know, Tony doesn't know how to work.
Tony doesn't know how to do anything.
So what's the skinny on this, Mr. Pump?
All right. Before I do the Twitter thing, I just gotta say, on Cage match, the Sting match, worst match on the card according to Cage match.
It was terrible.
Now let's go. And now, the forbidden aftermath. It was well received by Japanese fans. They stated it was great that AEW acknowledged Jericho and Naito's previous feuds in New Japan. Japanese fans were thrilled to relive a classic feud while also seeing a great legend like Sting in action. Some fans stated that seeing Sting and Naito team up together gave them goosebumps. Many claim that if New Japan is able to book these types of matches in the next Wrestle Kingdom, they will definitely buy a ticket.
Let's see. Too many false finishes in the Kenny match. Yep. Pretty sure that was a botch by Sting, Darby, Sting and Sammy. Let's see. Pretty sure it was supposed to be Jericho tells Sammy to do the move against his will. He does it, misses it, hurts himself. Then Sting goes in and wins, and Jericho's Sammy program is further on Dynamite. That would have been better, because Sammy nails Sting with the 630, and then Sammy is out and down, and Sting just gets up and keep wrestling. Huge botch. Yeah, because that's exactly what it was. When I saw it, I was like, why is Sting walking around like nothing's wrong?
I lost track of everything. Let's just say that Sammy was so demoralized by having to be told what to do that he just laid down.
Personally, I think a similar thing happened in WCW with him and Hogan, where it's like Hogan hits him with a thing and then Sting just instantly gets up. Like, it's probably one of those extremely rare mystical powers Sting has, where he just instantly gets up.
Yeah, as he said, Sting was supposed to move, but he didn't get up.
It's basically a, oh, you fucked up big time.
Yes.
Bye.
Sting's career, okay, I started watching wrestling when Sting was still getting started and started getting into those big matches. It's a Sting thing. Sting is the guy that eats the move once in a while. Like in a big match, he's gonna eat that chair shot or bat shot or something, you know. And I think he got that from the Road Warriors. Hawk would do that constantly, power drive. He'd get up like ain't nothing wrong with me. You know, it's a thing that you don't do often. It's like saying, oh man, this dude is epic, and it's believable when done right. This is one of them.
But yeah, lore-wise, it's basically, oh, you hit me in a particular way that just.
Oh no, I'm not going against. Wait a minute, I'm not going against you, Justin Brush. I'm not saying that the table spot was that thing. It wasn't. No, that wasn't the thing. No, that was just stupid. The table thing was just stupid. That wasn't the Sting ate the move and got up. That wasn't that. No, that was just stupid. You know, it's like Sting was supposed to move, and he's got to be in there for the right spot to do the rest of the stuff. That's how it was supposed to go, but he was too busy convalescing to get in when he was supposed to, so they had to delay in the ring for a little bit. He tried to move. That's why I said that in my notes. I read that he was trying to get up, and you could see that he was supposed to get out the way, and Darby was 7 hit. But that's what I said. You could probably see that the table might have hit him in the back of the head too. You know,
was the table poorly placed?
No, Sting didn't move in time. It's hard. He says, I mean, he's over. He just couldn't get up in time. It probably was that. I mean, you getting off of a flat table. You're like, man, I don't want to get out of bed.
I couldn't even get it up this morning.
Yep. I didn't get it up this morning, so I'm going to stay down all day. That's how that is.
Be like that sometimes.
Sammy literally hit him right in the side as he was getting up. So he connected a little bit, hit him in his. Okay.
Yeah, he connected.
Okay, because I was like, Sting was supposed to get out of the way, but yeah, I could tell Sammy was supposed to miss. I could see that. But you got to get the match going, yada yada, and that's what makes things look dumb, because you could be there for the next spot, despite you just got waylaid, and you should be out for a bit. Let's see, we finna close this up soon because I certainly am at the main event of the evening.
Yes.
Sting is in flux of, he's going to retire this year, but something tells me he doesn't know. Darby and Tony Khan keep peer pressuring him. I thought it was a little funny. So look, the main event.
Now watch.
I don't have
Now watch
many
as
notes.
Now watch as he retires at Wrestle Kingdom.
I doubt it. If I was Sting, I would go to the NWA and retire my that'd be my last match. NWA, almost in a sense where it started it all. Just for nostalgia's sake. There's many Sting botches in his matches, just old guys botches. This was one of, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on Sting. I mean, he's just. I mean, they throwing money at him, and he's like, if my body can hold out, then I'll do it. He's like, there's days where I just feel like I can't. Days where I feel like I can do a little. So he's playing it by ear. That's what Sting has been doing for the past 6 or so years. You know,
he's getting up for retirement. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah,
take all that kind of money.
So I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Nothing. He says, I love Sting, one of my faves. All this crappy wrestling is Tony's fault. It is. You know, but Sting has never been he's never been a studier of wrestling. He's always getting led around. He knows what to do for the most part, but he's always been led. Jericho's always been led. And people who have always been led aren't people that can lead because they've never led a match. They've been led around, but they've never been the ring general. That's where Sting's issue comes in. You know, Jeff Jarrett, that's a ring general. Yep. Sting, no, not at all. So, it is what it is.
I feel like if you said that on Twitter, everyone would be like, "What the hell did you just say about Jeff Jarrett?"
Yeah, people don't know what a ring general is.
No, they don't.
They don't. You know, that's my assumption. Because if they would have a response saying that about Jeff Jarrett, then they don't know shit about being a ring general.
Jeff Jarrett is a master in that ring and outside.
Jeff Jarrett, a ring general, can tell you when to do stuff, when not to, slow it down, pick it up, all that stuff, many things, and then outside of it, critique your match, critique you, let you know, hey, look, you know, try having a bit more facial expression here, not so much there, yada yada yada. How to get the crowd up,
and
how to pull them,
crowd,
how to chill them out, how to peak them, how to drop them, all this other stuff. You know, that's what a ring general can do, and Jeff Jarrett can do all that. Mm-hmm. Jay Lethal can do that. You know, Mark Briscoe can certainly do it. The Mark part. That's an opinion, a favorite opinion. So just let's see. My highlight when I went to AEW was seeing Jeff.
Oh yeah.
So the next match, we've been going at this for a while. You know, we almost go. This is pay-per-view length right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I ain't think it would be this long. Let's see. Never thought in my life I would see Double J wrestle. Yeah, we watched him. We've seen him wrestle a few times.
You know,
WCW. I'm not saying where.
Yeah, you want to say it with me, Cedric?
No.
You sure?
I'm not saying anything about Jeff Jarrett.
Oh.
I'm not going through it.
Yeah. You never forget it for the rest of your days.
You'll never forget it. Never forget it. Just never thought in my life I would see Double J wrestle. Were a lot more interesting than Forbidden Door. Yeah. Now look, let's get to the main event. Bryan Danielson versus Okada Kazuchika.
Okada versus the Lighthouse Keeper.
Yeah, because she says Bryan Danielson like a lighthouse keeper. Yeah, he does.
Just give him a lantern in the hat and have him close his eye. He's watching the lighthouse.
I did not write many things on this. Okay, I didn't. But look, the final countdown plays for Bryan's new theme. Be nice if he kept it. After some,
but unfortunately, it cost this much in an actual wrestler's contract.
Yeah, they paying a lot. Bryan Danielson even said it's expensive. to use that song.
If you want quality, you got to be willing to pay for it.
I would have rather gotten a rendition and done something how Keiji Muto's was when he did Triumph. You know, when they did Triumph for him.
No, he's not trying to make money. He don't have that kind of mindset.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Dad, can I hold up, Hillary Banks? Dad, I need $300. It's like, what do you need $300 for, honey? Oh, it's a new hat that I saw and I want it. It's like, for $300 for a hat? Just to get her out of his face. Here you go. Thanks, Daddy, and run off. That's Tony Khan.
Yep.
Half the rest of the AEW shouldn't be there. Oh,
nope.
Yeah, if I went through the whole, if there was a modern list of the roster of AEW, I would legitimately do a thing saying which ones I would keep. I wouldn't say who's all on it. The whole roster. I would just talk about the ones I would keep. Look, let me just blast through this because I didn't take me. I'm serious. I took more notes on the women's match. All right. Literally after that, after a lot of moves, they did the wrestling and stuff late in the match. Brian was convulsing on the mat, nearly seizing. Don't get it. You know, don't get it because, you know, he's just BSing. But Okada took no mercy and tried his lariat. Brian ducked and hit the flying knee. They both fell out. Okada grabbed the wrist as usual. Danielson's arm seems injured. As he hit the flying knee bomb. That's when I first noticed it. Let's see, Brian with a buzzsaw kick and no pin attempt. So, you know, Fire Pro there. Okada lands the Michinoku Driver 2 for no pin attempt. So more Fire Pro. He hit the lariat for a 2 count. No, a lariat for a 2 count. Danielson applies the omoplata. He had to muscle it into it because his arm was just almost useless.
Do you have what Kevin Kelly said?
Oh, what he said? Danielson's arm is a passenger. I was like, that was
perfect.
Yeah. And then from the omoplata, he transitioned into a leg lace Rings of Saturn or Ringing 2. No, Ringing 3, I think that it was called in Mexico. Brian released half of it and hammers Okada's head and then reapplies the omoplata with a push to Okada's I think it was pushing his elbow. Pushing his elbow with his head or something. But I'm just watching it. I'm like, he's in this for a while. And then Okada tapped out. And I was stunned. I'm like, Okada submitted? Okada submitting is like that's the golden boy. That's the one that you don't have lose by any stretch of any imagination. But he surrendered.
At least his surrendering made sense because how was he supposed to get out of that?
But look, straight up, this match bored me to tears. I was bored.
It was.
Listen, it's not Bryan Danielson. It's Okada. It's
so many Okada matches.
Yes.
And
I have seen same way. I want to appreciate Okada. He is safe in the ring.
Yes.
He has a great look.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He's not going to mess somebody up. That's not going to happen. Okada is a picture perfect wrestler. And I really do think everyone should have his in-ring work ethic. And I think Okada is a great ring general. Hell, he made Kenny Omega look so good that Dave Meltzer broke the star rating system and exposed that part of the business, ruining a lot of people's thoughts on those star matches. Manami Toyota, all of her 5-star matches gone. They took them away because they don't know anymore. So fuck you, Dave Meltzer. So
Okada has no emotional content.
He has looks at points.
He is a dry bone.
Okada bores me beyond belief.
Oh, it gets worse when you look at the Japanese only stuff because for some of the wrestlers in All Japan and Noah, he basically was like, "Who are you?"
Who some of these people were that Okada didn't know who they were that he was going to wrestle. I'm like, they're Japanese, they're legends, and he didn't know them.
No,
I'm sorry, it triggered that thought. For
I'm
me.
talking I'm talking about his stuff primarily in Japan, with some of the big names.
Okada's wrestled every big name in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I don't see. He just bores me. If you love Okada and you think he's got the greatest set and all this other stuff, look, I agree with you. If you don't like Okada, he gives you the tears and stuff, I agree. If you don't give one damn about Okada, I agree. It's like I agree. Does he suck? Yeah. Is he perfect in the ring? Yes. Is he great? Yes. I just agree. Okada just doesn't do anything for me. If I was a girl and I was his lover, I'd just lay there and just read the magazine until he's done.
Oh, wow. It'd be a dry bone.
So he has everything. It's just something that just doesn't click.
He's got no emotional content.
Okay, his matches are the same every time. This match wasn't a Bryan Danielson match. It was an Okada match. This was an Okada match to the T. Okada doesn't know how to have any other kind of match. It's the same shit every time.
And if he does have a different kind of match, it's because the person he's wrestling has to drag him through it like a boulder through the desert.
Just says that part. Hold up. He says
this.
Wait a second. Just Rush says that part was stupid. It took me out of the match. So when the doctor is in the ring, all the other wrestlers has to do is just stand back and
shoot the doctor out.
Yeah, really, just shoot him out. But Okada just rushed the doctor out like a mother getting her kid to go play outside. Yeah, and that's what it was. And look, I've seen Okada in 3 matches where he thought he hurt the opponent, and he went to the corner and stood there waiting like he was waiting for the bus. He had no worry, no nothing on his face. I'm like, this guy is a sociopath.
No emotional content.
Maybe he just thought the show sucked and wanted to get the hell out of Toronto.
But he didn't help it.
It was an Okada match. Okada, he's going to hit his drop kicks. He's going to do all his other stuff, and he's going to be in the same order that he does.
His money clip, that poor submission hold.
I'm like, move your hand, bro. Pull your hand away. Pull your hand away. Every time you put that money clip on, I'm like, pull your hand away.
Yeah, just snatch it away.
Just snatch your hand away. Pull your hand away. But go ahead, Mr. Pony.
But naturally, this match has the forbidden aftermath. According to Japanese media, Okada's defeat via tap-out was the first in 8 years since he was beaten by Shinsuke Nakamura in August of 2015. The reaction from the fans have been generally positive, owing to Daniel Bryanson's respect for Japanese fans, such as his use of his American Dragon theme, The Final Countdown. Many of them said the defeat was understandable because the match was held in Canada. They also stated that it would benefit Okada's career in the long run because a shocking loss can have a more positive than negative consequence for a strong character.
Yes. That's true. That shocking loss, now the fans wonder, what's it going to do to them? They become emotionally invested in that. And then, Justin Brush says, after the Omega match, the show was done. Yeah, because you can't follow that.
So if the fans become emotionally invested, all we need is for Okada to be emotionally invested. Then we got something going.
Says Okada will get that win back in Japan. Yeah, he'll get the win back, and then, and
he'll be dry.
But what if he doesn't get his win back?
What
if Bryan
beats him
again?
AEW is going to do it. Look, Okada,
no, I'm
him
about, like,
and Danielson, his arm might be broken. He said that when Okada did the diving drop, that he didn't get his arm up in time to spot. And yeah, when wrestlers take a move like that, they prepare by lifting their arms and stuff, and he didn't have his ready. That's what he says. Although, to be honest, his arm was it looked kind of messed up after the tombstone, not that elbow drop. The tombstone on the floor at the ramp. That's when it looked like it was. After that, it looked messed up before the diving elbow drop. Maybe it was.
Maybe. Brian's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Give him time to check on the lighthouse.
6 to 8 weeks. So that's almost 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of a break recovery.
It could be a fracture, not a full bone gone to pieces.
Yeah, this just basically sums up modern wrestling. No matter how great the wrestling is, the heavy, intense style is going to damage your body.
And that's true.
I thought nothing they did in that match was heavy or intense.
It's just Okada just boring to me. You know, that's I just wish he would do new stuff and stop his same old.
But they won't.
Okada was exciting when he just came. I think his 3rd year removed from being a young lion. He had energy. He cared. He was working on precision in that ring. And then they just built him up. And I hadn't seen it for a while. Next thing I know, Rainmaker, Ring of Honor, just showered in glitter and gold and everything. And I'm just like, what in the world? And I'm like, okay, let's see what you can do. And then he put on that Return Western Lariat, and I was like, I'm a fan. And then in Japan, he's like, yeah, I just knock him down. I was like, you stink. It doesn't have to be any different. The most different he was when he went to Noah and beat up Kitamaya. I don't know anything about that. My bad, man. I don't know anything about that. Let's see. Look, we've been going an hour and 46 minutes, almost hour 47 in a second or two. So look, for the fans, you know, just to have something to end. I hope y'all enjoyed this, because this, this was an emotional one right here. We was all over this. I want to thank Just a Brush and Mr. Pony for being here. And Mr. Pony giving the post-match explanations and stuff. That's always that's the stuff I like. I do like to hear. I used to stalk that stuff. But as suggested by Mr. Pony, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna start uploading this on Spreaker as soon as we're done and I can get all that rendered. It's going on Spreaker first, and then maybe a day later or so, then it'll be on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. But certainly it's going to be up before the next Dynamite. That's what I'm going to do with their pay-per-views and probably most anything else. So, this has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary. AEW, New Japan, Forbidden Door. And want to thank guests Mr. Pony and Just a Brush. And with that, y'all stay safe, stay chill, and see you next time.